other services that really give you some of this functionality. So some of the things that they have, we may not, but for the most part, we're offering things that they've never had or have tried to have and cannot. So we have a lot of partners historically who use Zenith, Intronis, i365 for their bare metal backup and recovery, for Exchange backup and granular recovery, for Windows Server backup, et cetera, but then still came back to SLS to get those images off-site or to cover their workstations or their file servers. And that's because of our security when it comes to cloud backup and the simplicity when it comes to managing those types of things and the cost. We don't have any hardware solution that you have to buy from us, which is a lot of the feedback I've gotten so far from the pricing question, which is, well, it's appliance-based. It's based on the amount of storage, et cetera, et cetera. So we don't have an appliance that you have to buy from us. So it's really the base price or the base package we have, and you can talk to our partner specialist, is $379 a month, and that gets you 5 server save licenses and 1 terabyte of cloud space. That's it, $379 a month. So if you break that down, that's getting you to about 1 server per 250 gigs, and for all under $60 a month. So you'd be able to sell this for $150, $200 a month and make a great margin and undercut all the other solutions that are in place. I mean, does that sound pretty accurate? I mean, it sounds like what we've gotten from a lot of our partners, and why we've had such an amazing adoption of this from our existing partners as well as from new partners this month in launching this, that it's just been astounding. We knew it was going to be good, but it really has turned out to be quite a huge adoption so far. I have a question from Carrie. I'm not quite sure, where does Autonomy fit into this picture? Autonomy capitalizes if it's a company. I'm not familiar with Autonomy, so please clarify. Just an excerpt from PC Mag to show that we're already award-winning. So, competitive landscape. This has changed a little bit, but before we get into this, I want to go a little bit into the partner program and what we're offering. So one big thing is you'd be able to navigate our website, so SOSonlinebackup.com. You have SOS for home, business, and server save, the 3 addressable markets we have currently. And then at the top right, you'll have reseller, which brings us to this page today. So our web integration package, the whole purpose is to not just give a web portal where you can do some management, but the idea behind the web integration package is that adding a new technology to the service, to what you're providing your customers is one thing. That's easy. So the difficult part is the rest of it. How do you get to a point where you can communicate to your clients the new service that you have? How do you accept orders for this new service? How do you accept support tickets for this new service? How do you train your existing staff on this new service? And we really pride ourselves on this package and our ability to really provide all that for you in a much cheaper and faster process. So the web integration package is actually essentially a reseller portal that's hosted on our servers, but on your domain. So if we log it, or so if we go through this, we have this front page where you have control over all this content. You can go to pricing and sign up, and it brings us a customer-facing sign-up page. If we go to these links, it gives me different links to download the software. I can put up any files I want, really. So if I have a features document here that actually goes through the different packages we used to offer. So the Premier package is what's happening, except for the web design matching, but it really shows you what was. System scanner, so you can put up all these things. So this is all completely controlled by you, the partner. So if I go to log in, and well, first let's start with the main portal. So if I go to dashboard, .sosonlinebackup.com. Some of our existing partners are going to be happy to see where this is going to take us. So I come into our Acme Online Backup dashboard here. In the top left, I have Online Backup and Recovery, which gives me a summary of the cloud space that I've provisioned, which is the access that I have to additional cloud space, and then controls over that cloud space. Basically, this whole top left portion is going to link us into our web integration package, which we'll go through in just a minute. So you can add users, manage backup plans that are available for users to sign up on, download the client, etc. This top right portion ties into Pulse. So go to your central admin portals. We load up Pulse, and this is going to show us a summary of the client machines we have the backup installed on, the backup accounts that we're monitoring, the deployments, and then also you can get into more specific details. If we go to, let's just view all the backup sessions. It's going to show us specifically in each backup session if there were some errors on the files, files that were successfully transferred. It gives us an excerpt of the log. And again, Pulse doesn't provide any information that would allow anyone to access the data specifically, so it doesn't violate any security for those of you who have high security needs client. This also lets you go in and determine different backup policies. So you can manage your backup policies here, and then you can assign backup policies to specific deployments. And it's quite easy. You just go to your deployments, and then you would hit Edit, and then you get a drop-down with backup policy, and you select the policy that you want to apply. A policy is a backup set and schedule, and that's it. All right, so we have some clarity from Carrie. So Autonomy bought Iron Mountain and offers online backup services. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I'll have to look into that. Thanks for the information. Mitchell asked, do you offer a continual backup solution for offices that have constantly changing data? There really hasn't been a solution in the market to date that really offers a real-time continual backup solution. We do have continual data protection called Live Protect, where you do it per file, and it checks every couple minutes to see if that file's changed. But that's really a small case, and it's really not that useful. The offices that have constantly changing data, so that's almost anyone that runs email, right? But for the most part, you're probably talking about some sort of SQL database. Is that correct, Mitch? In which case, there really is a tough way of going about it, but we'll see the different scheduling options we have when it comes to these types of things. Because the goal of our whole Server Save offering and the whole solution from end to end is to get an RPO and an RTO of about 30 minutes. So it's ambitious, but that's what we're going for. So an RTO, for those of you unfamiliar, it's a restore time objective, which means how quickly can I get this information back up and running. An RPO is a restore point objective. So when I restore information, how old will it be? So a 30-minute RPO is the information I'm getting is going to be no older than 30 minutes. A restore time objective is I can restore that information within 30 minutes. So that's the goal. And when we go through the software, it'll make a little more sense to address that. But for now, there really is not a terrific solution out there in the market for a true real-time solution like that. And when there is one, we'll be there. So, okay, so before we get too much more into the service, to go in the back end and see what you have here in the Premier Web Package, is you have this dashboard, and it's this website, the managedonlinebackup.com. This would be your domain. So let's take Mitch, for example. It'd be mitchesbackup.com. All right. You give us this domain, or you point this domain to our DNS. We're going to load up this application on here, and then we're going to scan it for you. This allows you to give some administrative settings. So you can go through here. You can choose if you want users to be able to cancel on their own, or if they have to request a cancellation. You can force SSL, edit your copyright, change global metadata for the site, upload the default software and scanner links. we can update the application. So this is a product that we support and improve on regularly, which is why we're hosting it rather than you. View gateways. So again, we have a really easy way to plug in and start accepting money for services rendered. So you can have Authorize.net or PayPal Pro or PayPal Standard. You just plug in your credentials and you're good to go. Now, a big thing is, how do we reach all of our customers? Well, we have this powerful mailer in here where you can create a new subscriber group, and then you could import subscribers into that group. So new accounting users, for instance, would be something where we're doing a vertical attack on our customer base. So then you can emphasize why financial or accounting firms need to have this sort of service in place and how it benefits them. So you can import subscribers, and it tells you here you just need a CSV file, and column 1 is the name, file 2 is the email. You upload this, select the group you want to import them into, and then you're ready to start creating HTML email templates and mass email your customer base to see what kind of response you get. Then you have all these mailer statistics that you can view. So it shows you how many emails bounced, how many were open, click-through rates, emails sent, unsubscribed. So this is really quite a powerful tool that you don't really see in any other program.